Imagine flying into battle knowing your plane is already outdated. Yet, with a few critical upgrades, it suddenly turns into a lethal predator that even late-war Japanese fighters had to respect. This is the story of the FM-2 Wildcat, the forgotten upgrade that made the old fighter a deadly surprise. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the FM-2, the final evolution of the Wildcat. Many people dismissed the Wildcat as obsolete by 1943, but the FM-2 proved that with the right improvements, even an old design could shine. Stick around as we break down the 4 key upgrades that transformed this aircraft into the ultimate Wildcat. The original F-4F Wildcats were tough, but they were underpowered compared to Japanese Zeros. The FM-2 fixed that. General Motors swapped in the Wright R-1 Cyclone engine, producing over 1,350 horsepower. That gave the FM-2 a better climb rate and faster acceleration, 2 things the older Wildcats desperately lacked. Pilots finally had the power to meet Japanese fighters head-on, and more importantly, to climb off short escort carrier decks with a full load of fuel and weapons. Power alone wasn't enough. The FM-2 also shed weight. Engineers trimmed unnecessary equipment and lightened the structure wherever possible. The result? The FM-2 was almost 900 pounds lighter than the earlier Wildcats. This weight reduction boosted maneuverability and gave pilots a tighter turning radius, letting them hold their own in dogfights. Suddenly, the Wildcat wasn't just a defensive plane, it could fight on more equal terms. The FM-2 carried 4.50 caliber Browning machine guns, fewer than the 6 carried by earlier models. At first, that might sound like a downgrade, but here's the trick. Fewer guns meant longer firing time because each gun had more ammunition. Instead of running out of ammo after a short burst, FM-2 pilots could stay in the fight longer. In carrier defense missions against swarms of kamikazes, that extra firepower endurance often meant the difference between survival and disaster. The FM-2 was designed specifically for escort carriers, the small, slow baby flat tops that couldn't handle heavier aircraft like the Hellcat or Corsair. The lighter weight and powerful engine made the FM-2 perfect for short deck launches and rough landings. It also had a taller tail fin for better stability, critical when flying from small ships in harsh seas. Without the FM-2, many escort carriers would have been nearly defenseless. So, did these upgrades matter? Absolutely. The FM-2 earned a reputation as a reliable workhorse in the Pacific. It wasn't glamorous, but it was deadly effective against both Japanese fighters and kamikaze attacks. By the end of the war, FM-2s had racked up hundreds of kills while protecting vulnerable convoys and amphibious forces. The FM-2 Wildcat proved that smart upgrades could give an old design a new life. More power, less weight, longer-lasting firepower, and rugged carrier adaptability turned the outdated Wildcat into a frontline defender until the very end of World War II. So next time you hear someone dismiss the Wildcat as obsolete, remind them of the FM-2, the ultimate evolution of a legend. If you enjoyed this breakdown of forgotten aircraft upgrades, hit that like button, subscribe for more World War II aviation stories, and drop a comment. Which underrated plane should we cover next?